United States President Donald Trump has issued a strong warning to Iran amid the country's growing unrest. He said Washington is considering very strong options in response to Tehran's violent crackdown on nationwide anti-government protests. Trump explained that the US military and senior advisors are reviewing several measures, including targeted strikes, expanded sanctions, cyber operations, or other strategic actions. In a surprising twist, Trump revealed that Iran's leaders have reached out to the United States for negotiations following his warning. They called to negotiate, he said, adding that a meeting is being arranged. But he cautioned that the US could act even before formal talks if the situation worsens on the ground. The protests in Iran began on 28 December, sparked by economic hardship. The collapse of the Iranian rial and disruptions at Tehran's Grand Bazaar triggered the unrest. What started as an economic protest quickly spread across the country, as citizens voiced frustration over rising costs and broader opposition to Iran's clerical leadership. Hundreds have been killed, thousands detained, and the government has imposed a nationwide internet blackout, making reporting and communication extremely difficult. Iran's leaders have firmly rejected foreign interference. Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bakr Kalibaf warned that any attack on Iran would make US bases, military ships, and Israel legitimate targets. Iranian officials have also accused the United States and Israel of trying to escalate the unrest from outside the country. At the same time, Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said the government is ready to listen to citizens' grievances, but urged the public to prevent rioters and terrorist elements from creating chaos. He also claimed that foreign powers are trying to influence the protests. President Trump emphasized that the United States is closely monitoring developments and weighing its options carefully. He also said he plans to speak with Elon Musk about restoring internet access in Iran using Starlink satellites. This could help citizens communicate during the blackout and bypass government restrictions. Back in Washington, the White House is holding additional meetings with senior advisors to determine the best course of action. Options under consideration include sanctions, cyber operations, military measures, or support for anti-government groups inside Iran. No final decisions have been made yet, but the seriousness with which these options are being studied reflects growing concern over the violence and instability in Tehran. This situation comes amid Trump's assertive foreign policy approach, which has included interventions in other global crises. The world is now watching closely. Will the United States escalate its response, or will diplomacy prevail? For now, Washington appears intent on balancing diplomatic efforts with the threat of strong action, while protests in Iran continue to grow in intensity amid a tense and uncertain environment.